Good afternoon, students. Class 9. I'll be starting a new chapter, nutrients and its functions. It's a very important chapter, right? Okay. Now, ICMR has recently categorized food into 3 different food groups. Number 1 is energy giving, next one is bodybuilding, and number 3 is protective foods. So what are energy giving foods? I have already said in the previous chapter when we were doing classification of food, that is carbohydrates and fats are energy giving food, proteins are bodybuilding food, and minerals and vitamins are protective food. So these 3 categories are being there declared by the ICMR. Okay, now nutrients. What are nutrients? There are few nutrients which are very essential for our body. Number 1 is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, roughage and water. So these are the nutrients which are necessary for our life to maintain good health and carry on our life processes. So first we will be doing carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy. The energy we are getting to do any work, behind that carbohydrate is responsible. So carbohydrate are the main source of energy giving food for the people of the world. Carbohydrates are 3 types, that is classification of carbohydrates: monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. Under monosaccharides we have glucose, fructose and galactose. Under disaccharide we have maltose, lactose and sucrose, and polysaccharide we have starch and glycogen. So why monosaccharide? Here one sugar is being used, so it's monosaccharide. Polysaccharide is more than one. Disaccharide is 2 and polysaccharide is more than 2 sugars are being used. So all the carbohydrates contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The polysaccharide, disaccharide taken as food get decomposed to monosaccharides, usually glucose. Whatever food we are taking, ultimately it transforms into glucose. Okay, the functions of carbohydrates. It plays a role as a source of energy. Number 2 is glycogen reserves. Number 3 is a protein sparing action. Next is regulation of fat metabolism, gastrointestinal function and heart function, and the central nervous system functions. These are the functions of carbohydrate. So what is the first function? As a source of energy. When 1 gram of carbohydrate, if you burn it, it will give 4 kilocalories of energy. The consumption of carbohydrate usually is greater than that of fat. Now next is glycogen reserve. Liver and muscle glycogen reserve provide a constant interchange with the body's overall energy balance. So whatever is stored in the liver and the glycogen, there is a constant interchanging process going on with the body's overall energy balance, and protect the cells from depressed metabolic functions and injury. It protects the cells also from injury and depressed metabolic functions. Next is a protein sparing action. Carbohydrates itself serves as a source of energy. So and protein also gives energy. So at time it happens, before the protein acts in, the carbohydrate starts acting on the individual while in providing energy. That is the protein sparing action. Carbohydrates are mainly used for providing energy, thereby sparing the protein for bodybuilding functions. The deficiency in calorie requirement in the diet is made up by using adipose tissues and protein tissues. If there is deficiency in the calorie requirement in the body, it is being made up by the glycogen reserves. Glycogen reserves as well as the carbohydrates which have been stored in the adipose tissues. They use up that. Primary physiological demand is that of energy, and that must be invariably be fulfilled by the carbohydrates or fats before other nutrients like protein are used up for it. So Firstly, the preference has been given to the carbohydrate and fat, then the preference of protein comes. Next is the regulation of fat metabolism. It helps in normal fat metabolism. For normal oxidation of fat, inclusion of carbohydrate is required. For normal oxidation of fat, carbohydrates are required in the diet and is very essential. When carbohydrates is drastically restricted in the diet, the fat will be metabolized faster. If you restrict carbohydrate in the diet, the fat will get metabolized faster than the body can take care of the immediate product. For example, oxidation of fat to the metabolic end product of carbon dioxide and water. An organic acid called pyruvic acid is required to get the end product of fat metabolism, that is carbon dioxide and water. We need pyruvic acid. In this process, ketone bodies may be formed if the oxidation of fats increases due to lack of carbohydrate. Then what happens? A ketone bodies is formed and it gives rise to a disease known as ketosis. Ketosis may result in diabetes where the cells cannot consume carbohydrate. It also occurs during starvation and fasting where the cells have to use the fat of the body for its requirement of energy. When the body is starving, it requires energy, so it takes its energy from the fat, for the fat metabolism. In that case also, this ketosis state occurs. Next is the gastrointestinal function. Carbohydrates play an important role in the gastrointestinal functions of mammals. They serve as a source of energy for microorganisms that synthesize some B complex vitamins in the intestinal tract. They secrete some B complex vitamins in the intestinal tract. And the cellulose provide bulk, fiber or bulk, that promote healthy and intestinal hygiene. So it's better for the gastrointestinal function. Next is the heart function. Heart functioning is a life-sustaining process. As you all know, the fatty acids are preferred fuel for the heart muscles, but the glycogen in the cardiac muscle is an important source of contractile energy. In a damaged heart, poor carbohydrate intake may cause cardiac disorder or angina. So, in a damaged heart, if you take less carbohydrate, it leads to angina. It's a disease of the heart or some cardiac disorders. Next is the central nervous system. Central nervous system requires constant supply of carbohydrate or glucose from the blood, as the brain does not contain stored glucose. Brain does not have stored glucose, so glucose is required off and on, which is being supplied by the carbohydrates. Sustained and profound hypoglycemia may cause irreversible brain damage. But if more glucose go into the brain, it causes hypoglycemia, which have a damaging effect. So this is the function of carbohydrates. Next we come to sources. Sugars, cereal grains, legumes, dried fruits are the richest source of carbohydrates. So what are the richest source? Sugar, cereal grains, legumes, dried fruits are the richest source. Sugar is almost pure carbohydrate, but cereal grains, legumes and dried fruits may differ in their carbohydrate content. Although most fresh fruits and vegetables are low in carbohydrates, some fruits and vegetables like bananas, dates, potatoes, sweet potatoes, they are also rich in carbohydrate. Next we'll go to protein.